Hello everyone, today we're exploring a vital topic for any startup, knowing when to pivot. We'll discuss the signs that indicate your startup might need to change direction and how these apply specifically to Switzerland's dynamic startup ecosystem. So, what is pivoting? In the startup world, pivoting means making a significant shift in your business model, product, or strategy based on market feedback, challenges, or new opportunities. It's not about abandoning your vision, but adapting to ensure your startup thrives. Many global giants, like Twitter, which began as a podcasting platform called Odeo, or Instagram, originally a location-based check-in app called Bourbon, pivoted to find their true market fit. These examples show that pivoting can be a game changer. How do you know when it's time to pivot? Here are 7 key signs to watch for. Lack of product market fit. Product market fit occurs when your product meets a strong market demand. If customers aren't engaging or you're struggling to gain traction, your product may not be solving the right problem. For example, if your app has low user retention despite marketing efforts, it's time to reassess your offering or target audience. Stagnant growth. If key metrics like user acquisition, revenue, or engagement are flatlining, your current strategy may not be working. Metrics such as annual recurring revenue, ARR, or customer acquisition cost, CAC, can reveal whether growth is stalling, signaling a need for change. High customer churn. A high churn rate, where customers stop using your product, often points to dissatisfaction. This could stem from poor user experience, unmet needs, or stronger competitors. Analyzing churn reasons can guide your pivot. Market changes. Markets evolve rapidly. New competitors, technological advancements, or shifting customer preferences can make your offering less relevant. For instance, a new technology might render your product obsolete, requiring a strategic shift. Financial pressure. Running out of cash or failing to meet funding milestones is a red flag. If your burn rate is unsustainable or investors are hesitant, pivoting to a leaner model or new revenue stream may be necessary. Team issues. Your team is your backbone. Misalignment in vision or a lack of skills for the current direction can hinder progress. A pivot might realign the team's strengths with the company's goals. Feedback from investors or advisors. External stakeholders often see the bigger picture. If investors or advisors suggest a change, their insights could highlight opportunities you've overlooked. Recognizing these signs early allows you to pivot proactively, preserving resources and positioning your startup for success. Source: FI.co on pivoting. Let's look at a Swiss success story. Joineer. Founded in Switzerland, Joineer initially developed a recruitment tool to streamline hiring processes. However, through customer interactions, they identified a stronger demand for improving internal communication within companies. In response, Joineer pivoted to create the Team Barometer, a SaaS platform for employee surveys based on positive psychology, focusing on feed-forward rather than feedback. Launched in August 2018, this tool addressed a critical market need, attracting clients like Swiss Life and Quickline. The pivot fueled Joineer's growth, leading to plans for a Series A funding round in 2019. This case demonstrates how listening to customers and adapting to their needs can transform a startup's trajectory. Now let's examine Switzerland's startup ecosystem and its implications for pivoting. Switzerland is a global leader in innovation, particularly in deep tech, biotech, and fintech. Cities like Zurich, Basel, and Lausanne are hubs for cutting-edge startups, with over 500 startups emerging from institutions like EPFL alone. However, the Swiss Startup Radar 2024-2025 highlights significant challenges. In 2023, a financing crisis led to a 30% drop in invested capital, totaling CHF 2.5 billion, and a 180% increase in liquidations, with 202 startups failing. For venture-backed startups, liquidations surged over 5-fold. Additionally, Switzerland relies heavily on foreign investment, with only 20-25% of funding from domestic sources, primarily from the US, 35%, UK, 10%, and Germany, 7%. Despite these hurdles, Switzerland's startup failure rate is relatively low, 20% after 10 years, compared to 50% for general businesses after 5 years. The country also excels in deep tech, with 26.5% of founders holding PhDs, far above the OECD average of 9%. These conditions make pivoting especially critical for Swiss startups. Financial pressures and reliance on foreign capital may push startups to pivot toward models that attract international investors or address global markets. In conclusion, pivoting is a cornerstone of startup success. By staying alert to signs like lack of product market fit, stagnant growth, or financial pressures, founders can make timely strategic shifts. In Switzerland, where startups face unique challenges like a financing crisis and dependence on foreign investment, pivoting is not just an option, it's often a necessity. As Joynia's story shows, a well-executed pivot can unlock new opportunities and drive growth. A study by EPFL found that 73% of startups pivot to a new market over time, underscoring its prevalence. Pivoting isn't failure, it's a sign of resilience and adaptability, key traits for thriving in today's dynamic markets.